it's me. Welcome. So it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. I am a UK-based Stampin' Up demonstrator. So if you need any Stampin' Up products, I would be delighted if you would like to order through me. So, it's live! Can you believe it? Finally, it's live. And apparently I'm live on YouTube. It says so. So, yay! Who has already placed an order? Me. I have already placed an order because that's just the kind of thing I do. 11 o'clock last night. So, fingers crossed it will be through soon. I say I've placed an order mostly for people other than me. I've just realised I've got really dry hands. Where's my hand cream? So I need some hand cream. So yes. So I've ordered In Colour Club, I've ordered product shares, and I did order a few bits for me, but mostly it was for other people. And I just like to do that last thing at night so that it's at the head of the queue. Today we are playing with hand-penned petals. So let me just make sure you can see that. You can. Excellent. So, hi Audrey. Yes, much the same here. Audrey, your catalogue will be going out in the post today. That's the next thing I will be doing. We had a bank holiday, as you know, so that always, does its thing. So, yes. I hope everyone is as excited as I am. I am stupidly excited. So, yes, 2 cards, hand-penned. I haven't really played with this much yet. I used it for some of my customer appreciation stuff for those customers who have previously ordered with me when I sent out my catalogues. So, yes. There is a PDF version of it already, Audrey, on my website. So if you go to either today's post, and by that I mean this morning's post, or my catalogue page, you can have a scoot through the PDF. Tea. Oh. I'm normally a coffee person, but I'm drinking too much coffee, I have decided. So, I am going to get started, because there's lots to do today, because it's catalogue launch day. Let me start by just doing a quick, I'm going to enjoy this. Morning, Wendy. Oh, you've got sun. We have not. We have that kind of weather where, although it's not actually raining, the wind is wet. But yes, I'm going to enjoy doing this because it's the new catalogue and I can do this. Ha! Ha! I love it. I can actually show you things in the catalogue. Good morning, Karen from Victoria. Good morning, Ospause. Too much coffee, is there such a thing? Well, there has been a bit too much. Because I was sitting up to do my orders for shares last night at 11, I had a coffee late in the evening and it took me until about 2 o'clock to get to sleep. Then I woke up at 5:30, then I went back to sleep, then I woke up at 7, then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up at about 8:30. Morning, Rachel. Oh, taking Granny's fruit loaf out of the oven. Oh, I wish I was there. Right, so I'm going to start by, I've asked my team this, or I've scheduled a post to ask my team this, which is your absolute favourite thing in the new catalogue and why. So it's here. It's on page 96 and 97. Yep. And it's the Expressions in Ink suite, which is just gorgeous. There are some amazing dies that are filigree. There's an ephemera pack, which I have just ordered because we weren't able to order any of this in pre-order. Hello, Barbara. Welcome from Germany. But yeah, I just love this. It's the fact that it looks like alcohol ink. You're having a cheeky day off, looking forward to crafting later. Yeah, this is the best suite in the catalogue as far as I'm concerned. And the paper has got gold running through it. I mean, seriously. Let me see if I can find the paper. I haven't quite got myself au fait with the catalogue yet. I need to put my tabs on because we've got tabs this year. So it's this one. So it's gold foiling, evening evergreen, gold, surprise, surprise, pansies, pansies, pansies. Yeah, I do like the pansies, but this is just more my style. So evening evergreen, just jade, magenta madness, mint macaron, pale papaya, pear pizzazz, polished pink, and shaded spruce. And it's got gold. So, yeah. Love it. So both Barbara and Wendy are on my team, and every month, although not in May because we had the new catalogue coming out, every month I have a guest stamper, and one of my team does projects for the month using a specific stamp set. They get to choose the stamp set, and Barbara has just shared the most amazing projects with us using the Dandelion Gardens suite, specifically using not the Dandelion Gardens, but the other one. The one that goes with it, and I can't remember what it's called. But Barbara will know. Barbara can put it up. Anyway, so yes, they are stunning, let me say. Why is Wendy sorry? I don't know why you're sorry, Wendy. Hi, Renee. Hi, Lorna. Walking on white sands. Catch me later. Absolutely, Lorna. Garden wishes. Thank you, Barbara. Renee likes the pansies. Did I say morning bee? Morning bee. If I didn't, morning bee. So I just love it. It's just partly because I do want to get... thank you, Barbara. I do want to get back to scrapbooking. I know I keep saying this, but I want to get back to scrapbooking. No May Snowman. Oh, yes, I know. It's fine. We've got lots and lots of stuff to play with. So that's fine. But yes, I think this is going to be I think this Expressions with Ink is going to be stunning for scrapbooking because it's got that lovely backgroundy stuff. Morning, Joanna. I've said good morning, Joanna. I'm saying it again. Right, okay, so hand penned is on page 104 to 105 in your song sheet. Christmas in July, there's a thought. So it's gorgeous. I mean, it is stunning. You've probably seen a lot of this because it was one of the items that we were allowed to pre-order. Interestingly, the colours aren't what I thought they would be. So I might be changing the colours I've pulled out. But let's have a look at the ones that are actually in the suite. So the way this now works with the catalogue is they give you sort of edited highlights of the colours. And then further back where the designer series paper is actually listed, they give you the full colours. So don't think that these are the only colours. So here it's Blushing Bride, Pale Papaya, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, Highland Heather. And back here it is... we add in Cinnamon Cider, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight and Pool Party. Oh, Mint Macaron was there. So I thought it would have more of the in colours, but it doesn't. Christmas in April. Absolutely. It was one of the coldest Aprils almost on record. So I need to pull some different colours. So I need to pull Blushing Bride, Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight. I need to take out the... I can have Pale Papaya. So I'll keep out Pale Papaya. Which are those. You can tell I pre-checked all this, can't you? So, Blushing Bride, not my favourite pink. Blushing Bride, Cinnamon Cider Daffodil Delight. Cinnamon Cider Daffodil Delight. Mint Macaron Misty Moonlight. And Highland Heather. Don't think I need Misty Moonlight. Highland Heather would be useful. And Mint Macaron. Does of course mean I've got to change the card bases I got out. See, this is why I shouldn't have had coffee late yesterday. Right, so I'm just going to change some of the stuff that I got out because it's not going to work. That will work. And I'm going to replace that and replace that with, let's see if I've got any cut already, and then we will get started. So, no, I haven't got any of the ones I want. Oh, garden green, that'll do. Garden green and, oh, I've got cinnamon cider. Yeah, that'll be interesting actually. That will be interesting. Okay, so 2 card bases, 2 cards, 2 bits of designer series paper. So they are this pattern. So we've got pale papaya on the back, and this I'm guessing is mint macaron on the back. I'm going to start with this one. I am going to be doing some die cutting. Fresh snow on the mountains. Good grief, Audrey, that's ridiculous. So I am going to pull out a mint macaron card mat, she says, hoping that she has one cut, which she does. So that's good. And I'm going to start. So, where did I... This is ridiculous. I was more organised than I am, if you see what I mean. Right. Okay, are we ready? So I'm going to do 1 card with the stamping, filling in, and 1 card with blends, which is why I wanted blends out. So these are photopolymer, so the new stamps now have the images on the back of the paper that the stamp set comes on, or comes round. So I'm going to start with this one, I think. Let's have a look at the paper, because I'm going to be... No, it's not that one, it's this one I'm going to be doing. So that's... Yeah, we'll use this one, because there are basically 2 florals. There's one that's got this... It's kind of like a dahlia, and then one that's more of a sort of apple blossom type look. So, can you believe I am so disorganised this morning? I can. Right, okay, so I'm going to start with black. So, Memento. This may not stamp terribly well first time, so I'm going to grab, again, I thought I had one out, some scrap paper, because we need to make sure that we are using a stamp that's going to stamp well. You can see Brecon Beacons from your house. They look cold. I think the Brecon Beacons always look cold, but yeah. We don't have mountains around us. We have hillocks. The most obvious hills in Oxfordshire are, or certainly are part of Oxfordshire, are the clumps, which are 2 humps. I can't think of a better way of describing them. Oh, I've just realised I'm not picture in picture. Let me put picture in picture. There we go. So yeah, they are humps. They were used, yes, the clumps, absolutely. They were used in times gone by as hill forts, but they are natural. So yeah. Right, let's clean this. I have recently rinsed out my chamois, so although it is stained, it is clean. Let's pop that away, and then we need the infills, because this is going to be the one that is infilled rather than coloured. So let's pop that back in there. So I know I need this one, and I'm going to need some leaves, possibly both size leaf. And is it going to be that one? Yeah. They do not match perfectly. They're not meant to match perfectly. Just saying. Right, as I'm using garden green for my card base, I'm going to bring in some garden green, but I'm going to stamp it off because I think otherwise it's going to be too much. So let's bring in some smaller blocks. Right, C block will do nicely for that. So this is going to be cinnamon cider to match with the paper. But again, I'm going to stamp it off. I think part of the reason that I was thinking this was in colours is because I used it with in colours for my catalogue launch, as in sending out my catalogues. So that goes in there, and I've just noticed that there's a bit of gick, so we'll get rid of that. Not that I need it again, because I don't. So that's that one. Don't need any more of that. And this looks pool party-ish, actually. So we'll use some pool party. And the leaf, the flower even. So it's not going to be a perfect match, but I don't think there is a perfect match for this floral here. That is the nearest we have. So, and it works. So that's all that matters, frankly. Then, this jobby. I suddenly realise I'm incredibly hot, so once I've come to a natural break, I'm going to take a layer off. I have lots of layers on because it was horrible yesterday. So I've kind of got into the I need lots of layers mode. Yeah, second generation will do nicely. And again, these will not match up perfectly. They're not meant to match up perfectly. And you can, of course, turn them any which way you want. It doesn't matter. It's your card, so you can do with it what you want. So I just need the baby one. It is like a watercolour image. Oh, actually, Wendy, so here's the thing. Bearing in mind you know the clumps. There's a competition going on around us at the moment that is for a creative impression of the clumps. Good morning, Margaret. I'm told it's cold and that there's been snow up in parts of Scotland. I don't think yours quite as far north as Audrey. Oh, that's better. Too many layers. Right, okay, so we have our image. I am going to bring in, and I'm not. I was going to think I'm going to bring in something to colour the stem. I'm going to go without a stem because I can. So I'm just going to trim this down a wee bit. And with my little baby. So things that people need to be aware of, you may well already be aware of. We have got various offers going on at the moment, including, but not limited to, the Join offer, which is what they call Join Plus. So rather than £130 of stuff in your starter kit, you can get 154. I know, amazing. So well worth considering if you have a large shopping list turn that shopping list into a starter kit, and you don't even have to do anything else after that. You can just make the most of the starter kit. So yes, all the details are over on my website. The other offer that runs, so the Join Plus runs till the end of May, and the host one, so the shopping one, is an extra £20 of rewards if you spend £200 or more. Please don't faint at that, because what it means is you can get together with all your chums and put one order in and get an extra £20 of product, and that runs until the end, till the 14th of June. And the amazing thing with that is that it means that if you were to join, you can still benefit from that as well, because you'll have it until the 14th of June. It's cold with Margaret, but we've not had any snow, thankfully, but overcast. Yeah, we're not even a bit overcast. We've got grey clouds and it's horrid. Right, so I got that. I want a piece to die cut, which is what this piece here is trying to do. Good Lord. So I've got one of the dies from the Scalloped Contours dies. So I'm going to die cut this, hopefully with my mini. I say hopefully because it's quite tough on your die cutter to go straight in with a straight edge, but we'll manage a little bit of a bend or a little offset. Now the lines on this paper are not straight, just saying. Good morning, Nora. So let's wind this through. So I'm going to have lots of layers. So we've got this nice, it's a stitched edge. So that's that one. Bin. Right, okay, so let's pop this together. And before anyone asks of the new In Colour jewels, because I love them, they are gorgeous. So we'll probably have one or two on here, maybe. Although I may use up some of my retired 2022 In Colour jewels. Right, so that's a cut edge. I want this to be 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. So that's going to go on my mat, and then I'm going to add my this and my this, and then we'll have a sentiment. So, and this is all going on a garden green card base, because garden green is the green. And once I finish this one, I will allow myself a sip of my tea before it gets cold. So who is ordering one stamp set I was looking forward to getting, Etched in Nature, is now discontinued? Etched in Nature. Do you mean the one that was the On Tour stamp set? Because what they're doing is having a look at it because it wasn't stamping correctly. So it's not that it's completely discontinued, it's just that it wasn't doing its job properly. Right, so this is going to go on the inside, and I am, having put away my stamp, I am actually going to want it out again. Although, actually, No, let's use that one instead. So I'm going to bring in a different stamp for the inside so that you can see more of the stamps. So I think it might be coming back. Yes, the new catalogue one. Yeah, it was, the vast majority didn't stamp particularly well. I think some were okay, but an awful lot weren't. It's a lovely stamp set. But yes, that's kind of why. Why did I do that? I want to stamp off. Right. So, inner corner. Deliberately going off. So it may well come back, Rachel, that's all I'm saying. Because, yeah, it was just a bit... Ooh, I might go mint macaron, actually. It was a bit tricky. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning, but better to not have it than have it and not have it working, I think. So again, this is just one of those ones that you can just plonk. I do love a stamp set where you don't have to line things up perfectly. Right, okay, we are on a roll now. We are going to put this together. It's taken me half an hour of waffle to get here, but you know. So, as ever, concentrating on the corners. So this is my liner. I could put a sentiment on it if I wanted. What I tend to do, and I know I've said this so many times, what I tend to do is to wait until I know who it's going for and the exact occasion. I've ordered the birdhouses, Karen. They are on my order. Just saying, there's not much that isn't. So yes, I've kind of had a bit of a splurge with the extra rewards. So true, this is a confession. I took the opportunity of allowing for the fact that as a demonstrator I can also have the extra rewards, and instead of putting in one enormous order, I put in 3 smaller orders, which meant that I got 3 lots of the additional £20. So it meant I could get extras. Going to need a new one of these before the day is out. Possibly before this card is out. So yes, it's one of the joys of being a demonstrator is that you get all the customer benefits as well. Did I put that on the right side? Yes, I did. Whew. Whew. You haven't missed most of it. We're on the first card, bam. So no, you haven't missed most of it. You've missed not yet half of it because I'm being incredibly slow this morning. So I'm going to put this on dimensionals, and this I think I'll just stick straight on. 2 lots of dimensionals, I think maybe a dimensional too far. Because this is paper, however, I am going to use more dimensionals than I would normally, because it's going to need help to stay stable. So yeah. Well, Rachel, yes, if your order is big, do the maths. Because I was doing the product shares and the In Colour Club, even before I added anything that I specifically wanted myself, it made sense to put in 3 orders. So, yes. I'm going to pop this towards the top rather than towards the bottom because our eye prefers that. Morning, Kay. Right, I'm going to grab another glue because I don't think the one I've got out is going to be very helpful for me. So yes, do the maths. I mean, I spent quite a lot of time yesterday doing the maths so that I got the best deal. Now I'm not going to go right to the edge on all of this because some of it is going to be hanging over the edge. And I like a jaunty angle. If you put things straight and then not, that looks worse. It is the very beautiful hand-penned paper, which I haven't actually played with yet. So I thought I would today. I've played with the stamp set, possibly more than I really wanted to, but I have. I think I'm going to go for a very simple congratulations, and I'm going to use a retired punch. Sorry, but there we go. Good morning from Brisbane, Deborah, or good morning to you in Brisbane. I'm looking for, and I cannot see, my long thin block. That's because I buried it. That will be a surprise to most of you. So yes, I'm sorry, but I am going to use a retired punch just for speed. Although I could actually, no, let's change my mind. Let's use that. Right, so again, I'm going to go with garden green because that's the dominant colour. The amount is 200 retail, yes. So as a demonstrator, you'll get between 20 and 25% off because it depends on what title you have. So yes, I mean, it is crazy but true. Hello, Jenny. And remember, of course, Rachel, that it doesn't have to just be things from the new catalogue. So if you need more envelopes, those sorts of things, it's a great time to stock up and take advantage of that extra. I mean, of course, if you go to 275, you get 12% rewards instead of 10. But I know that is quite a lot for some people. So that's going to come there. Right, am I feeling brave? Can I find... I had 2 pairs of scissors before I started. There we go. Could I find one of them? No. So I'm going to be brave. Hello, Sharon from Adelaide. Ooh. I'm going to get a long pair of scissors because when you're cutting a straight edge, a long pair of scissors is easier. And if you can see me picture in picture, yes, I have got one eye shut because to cut a straight line, I find it easier just to use one eye. And in my case, that would be, yeah, that's straight. That would be my left eye because my right eye is rubbish. Right, so I'm going to cut that off there, put that there, cut that off there, and this is what the edge of your dimensionals is for. Sticky scissors, although it might just match. I can use that, can't I? Let's use that as it's there. So this is an edge that's been massacred already. Or it would be if it would like to come up from the backing sheet. So this is not the size that dimensional edge would normally be. I have already taken quite a lot off the edge. Like that. And then I need to add, actually, no, what I need to do is take off half of what I've just put on. I only want dimensional on one area. So let's rip that off. Don't you love that I'm concentrating? Because I only want this to be an ordinary letter size. Which in the UK this would be a standard letter size. That's that, and I am going to, yes, I know these are retired, but you know, couldn't get the new ones yet, so the new 2020-2021 in colour embellishment, a square. They're going to be gorgeous, and yes, I have ordered them. So I'm going to use cinnamon cider, as it is one of the colours that I have used. And as you can see, I've got quite a few of these left. There we go. So that is our first card, which is fairly, I'm not going to say masculine, but it's not fluffy. Do you know how they did the one cards in the catalogue? I haven't actually looked at them, Barbara, so I don't know is the answer to your question. Let me have a quick look. 104. Do you mean this one? Or, I don't know which one you mean. There are lots. Oh, you mean the birdhouses? Oh, hold on. We're digressing a little bit. But birdhouses. What's it called? Birdhouses is not what it's called. It's called something else. Oh, garden birdhouses, 107. 107. Watch this one or this one. This one they use white embossing and watercolour. This one I think they just used watercolour, but I don't know is the answer to your question. And it's, dare I say, not the stamp set I'm looking at today. When I've got it, which I will be getting, I will have a look. Right, let's have a quick clean up, and then we will get on with our next card, which will be more feminine. I think that's probably the way to describe it. So this is less feminine. This next one will be more feminine. Great idea. Yeah, I've got a really old bind it all, which is tiny, but it does a good job. Before pandemic, I would take it into a local printers and get it spiral bound, because it's going to be used. I actually printed it out as well, so it's a printout on ordinary paper because it's going to last longer with being flipped through a lot. Right, okay, so I've put away some of, but not all of the stamps. So we're going cinnamon cider again, but this time we're going to go more feminine. So I've got cinnamon cider and pale papaya. Beautiful, beautiful combination. They do, Wendy, you're right, they have the recipes on the demo site. So yes, Barbara, you can have a look at the recipes on the demo site. I know that will be quite a, not challenge, that's not the right word, because you speak very, very good German, but it will be in German on yours, and unfortunately the recipes are so long I can't download them. Barbara is one of my team, so I'm going to use another of the contour, scalloped contour whatnots, scalloped contour dies, to cut this, and then I'm going to layer it all up. Now this one will have to go through the large stamping, cut and emboss machine, which is fine. So let me grab that, which is just here. And that. Have I got my... No, need my thin die adapter. So I need 1, 2, 3 and a second 3. Ooh, note to self, don't have your thin dye adapter hanging off the edge of a shelf, because it will bow. It'll be fine, but it will bow. So Jenny has gone to an Officeworks and ran out of time because she was playing with a dog. And why not? That's all I can say. The new kits are amazing. I do recognise a couple of them. So this is again something for demonstrators only at the moment. We've got these new kits coming that will be some of those ones that, you know, they're there and then they're not. You're trying to do your maths too, are you, Pam? Yes, slightly different sum for you. Let me know if you need any help, Pam. So, what was I thinking? I've lost my mind. Oh, the new kits. That's what I was thinking. Right, so it's paler at the top than the bottom, which feels better for me. And again, I'm putting it towards the top. So the kits will be while stocks last, and they're all inclusive. So they have, that's crooked. They have, it may have to stay crooked. They have block, ink pad, adhesive. So a bit like Paper Pumpkin, but not. And they're available globally. Woo! There are even some, if you're very new to crafting, that don't require any stamping, which I think is a great entry point for people. So yes, don't feel that you have to be able to stamp. But as demonstrators, we are getting to play with those now. So we can pre-order them. They are cheaper, absolutely. Now I've learnt from experience that this needs to be a bigger block. So this time I'm going to be colouring rather than stamping. And I may need to go and grab some other colours, but we'll start with this at the moment. I do want it to be really feminine. And I've got mint macaron, Highland heather and pale papaya so far. Let's have a look at what else I might need. A pink, because we don't have blushing bride blends and we don't have garden green blends. But let's have a look. I'm thinking possibly one of those. Yeah. So I brought out light Calypso Coral, which will work, and light Flurry Flamingo, which will also work. So that's good. Right, I'm going to start with my leaves, and they're going to be in mint macaron because I don't have garden green blends. So in case you are at all confused by the blends in the new catalogue, which we can now all see, Mango Melody and I think it was Rich Razzleberry haven't carried over. Don't ask me why, I don't know. So I'm going to come in with my dark first. You can do dark or light first. You get a slightly different finish if you do dark first. But that's what I'm looking for, because I want that watercolour kind of statement, as if there is a bit of an edge, rather than a really, 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 really good blend. You've got a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Oh, they're lovely. trying to catch up on comments. Oh no, Karen, your husband's had an ambulance trip, but he's home at the moment. So, oh, Jenny is home at... You had your neighbour's cat in the car, Bee? Seriously? Yeah, see, this is why cats should be microchipped. There's a big push at the moment for cats to be microchipped because they do get into other people's cars, they get locked in sheds, all sorts of things. We have only ever, apart from our very first cat which turned up on our doorstep, all our cats have come from the RSPCA. So they come microchipped. It's part of the deal. You can't have one of their cats unless it's microchipped. I don't see why people wouldn't want to have their cats microchipped. I think dogs should be microchipped as well, don't get me wrong, because dogs do run away sometimes, but cats definitely need to be microchipped. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this particularly well. So it's not a brilliant blend, and that's what I wanted. Good little dog. I love dogs. My husband is allergic to them. So, you know, that's where we stay. He can't have dogs. He's asthmatic. We don't have dogs. So I'm bringing in the Highland Heather because I think we need a punch of colour, and then I'll be going back to the paler colours for the smaller flowers. Haven't quite decided what I'm doing with the centres of these flowers yet, but I will come to that. So Highland Heather light and dark, although there's not a huge difference in the colour. But it almost looks like my dark is lighter than my light. Anyway. Ooh, I wonder if fresh freesia would blend with these. We might have to have a look. I think they would. Let's bring that in there. I know fresh freesia isn't in the paper, but I'll say it again. I've said it before. It's my card. I make the decision. So I'm going to bring the fresh freesia into the centre. Actually, I might make that dark fresh freesia. Oh, that was dark fresh freesia. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with light fresh freesia. Just that Highland Heather is a bit too much, I think. So having two in Highland Heather would be too much. This is a gorgeous set. Do you stand at your desk? Yes, I do. I've stood for years, almost literally. I have sciatica, so I have a chronic bad back, and it is chronic sciatica, unfortunately. Probably as a result of chemotherapy, but because of that I stand. What I've worked out is if I stand most of the day, then I get to sit at night without too much discomfort. So yes, I do stand. I have to say, rather unkindly, I suppose, when I was still working, I got my employer to get me a standing desk so I could try it out and see if it made any difference, and it did. So that's what I do. Right, so this is light Calypso Coral, which I'm going to blend with the papaya. So I'm going to have the Calypso Coral in the centre and coming out a bit there. And then, do I want light or dark? Let's start with the light. Ooh, which is very light. I think I might do some of each. So Margaret, my sciatica is a little annoying tonight. I feel for anyone who has sciatica. To say I'm in constant pain makes it sound as if it's, you know, really horrible, but I am. I'm in constant discomfort is possibly a better word. So this is the dark, which is a bit more orange, which will tie in with the cinnamon cider a bit better. But yeah, sciatica's horrible. And I've also got peripheral neuropathy in my feet, or in my toes, particularly my big toes. And again, that's chemotherapy damage. I take some medication at night, which helps the pain overnight. So if I take it at night, then I'm in less discomfort during the day. If I forget it, I know about it the following day. Right, so that is that. Let's pop those over to the side and we can die cut this. Thank you, Joanna. I think it'll go. Ish. I mean, none of the pattern that I'm tying it with is going to be exposed, so it's not vital. It's just what it is. Right, so I need the pen flowered dies, and I need this one. And there is a gorgeous, I mean stunning filigree of this as well, which you can lay over the top. Might die cut it just so that you can see. Let's just bring these out for the moment. Oh, the wind's getting up again. So at one point when I was doing my order last night, I got an update on my phone to let me know what the weather was like, and it said that the weather was gentle breeze. Well, what can I say? If that was their definition of a gentle breeze, I'd hate to know what a hurricane was like, because there was so much buffeting going on. Yeah, sciatica's not great. Ooh, spiral injury, not good. 4 years ago. Yeah, neuropathy is awful. I think it's a difficult one to describe because it's numbness, but it's painful numbness. It's really odd. I mean, stubbing my big toe is, I mean, it's bad even if you just stub your big toe. Stubbing my big toe is excruciating. Because of the neuropathy, although it's, you know, my toe is in effect numb. It's very bizarre. Right, okay, so let's pop this together, and then, oh, I need to do the inside. I don't know why I'm putting it on the floor. I've got a little space for it on my incredibly untidy desk. One of the things on my to-do list today is to tidy my desk, because it's just a bomb site. Yeah, neuropathy is not good, but there we go. Given a choice between neuropathy or secondary cancer, I know which one I will elect to have, and that was basically the choice. And not everyone gets neuropathy from chemo. Mine came on late, but apparently that's not unusual. I'll rephrase that. It's not at all uncommon for you to get neuropathy during your chemotherapy. It is not unheard of to get it after you've finished. Oh, sorry, Audrey. It's had 4 backups, good grief. Yeah, mine's just, it's sciatica. And it's reasonably well controlled, so. Excruciating. Yeah, burning pins and needles, absolutely well described. That is exactly what it is like. Burning pins and needles. Ooh. That's that. Now, I just had a thought. And my thought is some wink of Stella. I'm hoping everyone has now got their wink of Stella who ordered with me in March. My order was incredibly delayed thanks to, I don't know what. Oh well, I do know what. It was in a container with items that hadn't got the right paperwork, and of course everything then gets delayed. Hey ho. So I'm just putting some Wink of Stella on the flowers. I'll leave the leaves. So that is that. We need to do a line up, and then we are done. Oh, nasty. Bowel surgery, not good. Untidy desk equals happy creating that's taken place. True, that is true. It also, yeah, I won't even say what it also is. It's just, I have an untidy brain. I work better in a tidy space, but that doesn't seem to happen. Oh, I know what will go nicely with these. Ooh, I've just had a thought. Are they easily to hand? Yes, they are. In fact, these or those. So we can either use the champagne rhinestones, or, assuming I've got any near me, or, yep, there we are, or the elegant faceted gems. So which shall I use? The champagne or the elegant faceted gems? You don't think I have had your wing? Oh, it was in the thank you kit, Pam. It should have been in the thank you kit, assuming you placed an order that made it qualify. Champagne. Okay, thank you, Kay. I will go with champagne. I would hasten to add that they are either in low stock or on back order at the moment. Can't remember which, but one or other. I want to do the other end. I want to do the little ones. And by keeping them on the designer series paper, you keep the finished card at a standard letter size if you're in the UK. If you put them on top, then you've found it. Good, glad to hear it. As I say, it was in the thank you pack, which was incredibly late going out because the order was caught up in customs. Right, so I do think we need to have something on the inside again. So we'll pull out that, and we will pull out, stupidly push it away, I think. Yes, I did. I'm not going to put a sentiment this time. I think that would over clutter the outside. So I'm going to go Highland Heather to help bring that in. So I'm going to go mint macaron and Highland Heather, because we do need that Highland Heather to have a reason for being. Chimpanzee! Sorry, Jenny, that's classic. Oh, that's classic. No, she didn't say chimpanzee. Oh, brilliant. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. That was brilliant. Gosh, that's a good way to start the week. For those of you that are not in the UK, we had a bank holiday, so it's all a bit odd today. I'm actually going to go twice just to give a bit more depth. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but I will try and do. I don't know if that's going to focus properly, but I did second generation behind. Now what I did do is, because it was coming off the edge of the card, I made sure that I went that way with my second generation, otherwise we would have ended up with a funny line. So again, I'm concentrating on my corners, and then we will be, done. Oh, fresh load. loaf. My husband baked some bread over the weekend. He makes amazing bread, and he put a little bit of honey in it. It was gorgeous. It was great. The next day, toasted, just stunning. So that is this card and this card. So a bit more feminine, bit more gender neutral, I would say, for this one. But yes, hand penned. Thumbs up. So, on the subject of which, if you aren't already subscribed, if you could subscribe to my channel, I would be very pleased. That would be great. And if you've enjoyed today's project, if you would like to give me a thumbs up, that would be perfect. If you're watching on the replay, then you can leave a comment. I will get back to you. I'm a little behind at the moment because we've had a little bit of busyness called a new catalogue going out. But yeah, that would be great if you would like to be interactive with me. And if you subscribe, if you hit the alert bell, then you will get an email when I go live. Am I still doing Facebook? No, this would have been on Facebook, but Facebook is being really sniffy at the moment with lots of people. Let me change this to that webcam, and then I can talk straight to you. So Facebook has, I don't know what its problem is. Oh, I've just realised one of my lights wasn't on. Never mind. But it has squashed the resolution of videos, which is annoying in the extreme, so it's not as high definition. I'm using the same equipment, but Facebook is just doing that. Sometimes it doesn't save the video, and sometimes it just throws you out for no good reason. So no, not doing Facebook for lives. I will still be doing Facebook, but not for lives. Oh, and on the subject of which, so this coming Sunday, whatever the date is, this coming Sunday, at 2 o'clock, between 2 and 4, I will be doing a proper catalogue launch with lots of projects to show you. There'll be make and takes, which will be part of an ordering special. You can get the items for the make and take. All sorts of bits and pieces will be going on, and it's from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 4 o'clock on my YouTube channel, Sunday this coming week. On your list, certainly much better. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Sharon, for catching live. No, I mean, are you on it so I can send you a friend request? Yes, absolutely. No, I am on it. And it is Liz Yuille, so not difficult to find. There aren't that many of us. I think there's more than one, but there aren't that many of us. So yes, I am on Facebook. Prefer the colours of the second. Yeah, I mean, the second is more traditional, I would say. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. I've just realised that my mouth is right down on the live. There's a delay. So anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching. And I will see you again very soon. I will be back on Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock UK time. Mother's Day in Oz on Sunday. Yeah, not in the UK. We tie our Mother's Day into Easter. And technically it's not Mother's Day, it's Mothering Sunday. Anyway, thank you very much. Yes, I'm happy if you send me a request, Jenny. Always happy if people send me requests. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Pam. You can see my face now. Right, I will see you all soon, I hope. Bye-bye.